You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time. On this program, we bring you up to date, up to speed, and up to the minute on all things entertainment. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo, and as usual, I'm not alone. Here with me in the studio, it's the lively, lovable Lakwe Banjo, and also present is the fair and infectious Ife Oshunkeye. Hello, people.
Hi, Tokunbo.
What's up?
Hi. I can't help but comment on you.
Very, very
Oh,
nice.
thank you very much. They're sparkly, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very different. Ife's got the same ones on, but they're white.
I'm liking Ife's white, black, white, or is it black, ash, white?
It's a monogram
Friday.
day.
And I'm liking this. Is it
Monochrome.
Afrocentric? or is it
Monochrome.
He said monogram.
monochrome? Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
I don't know what this is.
Geometric, Afrocentric, what
yeah,
kind of
I guess a
trick?
mixture of both. A mixture of both.
It does
definitely.
look nice though.
Thank you.
Wow. So anything new? Ife, did you find any story online that was quite out of the ordinary?
The most extraordinary one I found
saw-
we're already talking
Yeah,
about.
sorry?
The most extraordinary one I found we're already talking about.
Okay, and I saw a story yesterday, but later on this morning I saw it again and I remembered. I was like, oh, I forgot to talk about this story. A Chinese woman was bitten by a snake, and then she held onto the head of the snake, grabbed
And
onto
then
and
took it
grabbed
to
it
the
off.
hospital.
took it to the hospital. You saw
Yeah, I
it.
saw
Why didn't you
that.
give
I
us that
was like,
story
wow.
yesterday?
Because it's silly. She took such a big risk. to
Exactly,
save her
and
own life.
luckily for her, it wasn't a
It
poisonous
wasn't,
snake.
yeah, it was
Didn't
a
have any venom,
non-venomous
did it? Yeah.
snake.
Lucky
Oh,
her.
anyway.
Don't try this at home.
Exactly, don't try it at home. All right, so moving on to the main stories of the day. Our first story is that Drake has dropped the official video for my In My Feelings.
Well, is it?
Yes.
Is it actually?
Bookie,
Is it? No, but
you
okay,
love me. Are you riding?
You didn't do it.
You never ever leave from beside me. Hey,
And
no.
also, if we didn't stick to our word, we didn't do our own version
Of the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
because
the
they were
dance.
arresting people now.
Exactly. They've been arresting people in Egypt, in Spain,
Are you
what other
joking?
countries?
Why?
Seriously, because
Why?
everyone has been doing it and it's
And it's been
causing
causing
such
accidents and all.
accidents on the road because everyone has been doing it. It's
So
gone
all
to
Will
viral.
Smith's fault.
we decided to play it safe and not put our lives
Especially in
danger.
Nigeria, you know.
But I haven't seen it in Nigeria though. Did you see it? Did you see
Arrested
anyone doing
anyone.
it?
I did. I saw
No, I
Steph-
mean people doing the.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
I did. I
no,
saw
even
Stephanie
Coca
Coca and Lolo.
oh,
OJ
yeah.
did their own one.
But no one's been arrested or anything like that.
No,
Thankfully,
no one has been
no.
arrested.
Okay.
I think we should still do it though. Now that the video is out.
But
and
the video
yes,
is a
guys,
mashup
the
of
video
everything.
Okay.
is so
Dope.
dope.
Yeah, to be honest, no. But to be honest, he had to do a good video. Like there was no way. There was no way
Do
he
you know
was
what
gonna get
killed
away
me?
with it.
Okay, there are so many things I want to talk about in this video. They gave it this 80s or should I say 90s
Look, black
Okay.
and white as well.
And then it was like Shiggy was in the video as well doing the dance.
Of course, he had to be.
And he had like, I don't know if they're Jamaicans, but they look like Jamaican girls. Caribbean girls, yeah. And the best part of this video is, okay, well, for me, the best part is,
Where
you
the
know me, I
vixen-
like our motika body.
By the way, yesterday, what was he saying? Go
No,
on.
our motika body.
whatever.
That's what I'm saying. You know me, I like our motika. All the girls in that video were all tick. I don't know if he actually selected plus-sized women to be in that video.
They're not plus size. Don't be so dramatic. Plus size is considerably large. Like, why would you think they're
Yeah,
plus
okay,
size?
they're not plus size, but
We're
you know
not
what
the
I mean.
typical
They're-
video
yeah, like
vixens.
the girls like Lakwe, I mean, you know what I mean? Thicker bodies.
Can you stop?
All right, guys, we need to move on. So who wants to finalize quickly?
It was
Yeah.
a good video. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I
Thoroughly,
think
yeah.
Drake,
Okay.
you know, had no excuse but to do a really, really good video. So kudos to him.
Okay.
And then I like the
Fine.
fact that at the end of the video, it puts all the other nice dance videos in it.
Yeah,
and it made
yeah,
it look like
yeah.
it was a dream, like
Yeah.
it
You know,
woke
when I
up
was watching
from
it, I
it,
didn't
yeah.
actually think it was a legit video. I thought it was like somebody
Oh,
had
yeah,
created a video.
yeah.
So it was good. It was good.
It was
really good.
really good.
Really
All
liked it.
right, I think we're all in agreement. It was a good video. It's a quick break right now, but when we come back, we'll be talking about a man who has made a controversial statement. Find out what it is right after this break.
Sounds like you had a good time, sir.
I'm having a good time, having a good time. A shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger. I'm gonna go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I'm gonna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me. I'm having such a good time. Just give me
With over 500 flights every day, Emirates brings the world together through Dubai. Fly Emirates for a world of good times.
Welcome back from that quick break. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time, an entertainment news program. And we're about to bring you our next story, which is on a Nigerian man who says women are perverts who feel entitled to sex when they're horny. This is one juicy, spicy story that I think I should start with Ife, because I think he likes this sort of story.
No,
Yeah, Ife, go on.
Don't make me the sexist in here. Okay.
It's too early in the morning for this kind of chat.
For this type of charts, right? But I totally agree with this guy. This guy said that, look,
he's going to stir the pot to
if
stir the
He is doing it on purpose. as
this
well.
guy said, guys, kings, he referred to us as kings, saying kings, do not just give in, like, okay, this was what it was
Oh, Ife,
insinuating.
you sound so excited.
Do
Just
not
even
just
mentioning
give
the
in
word king.
so easily. Sometimes, let her take you on a date. Yeah, because this woman, all they want is sex. So let her take you on a proper date. Let her toast you. Let her convince you to see if she's what you're. You know what I mean? So it's a reciprocal thing. You
Do
don't
you think he's
expect
being
me-
serious? This is a joke.
No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's
Last
because
week we're coming to you.
it's
I need
because,
to
look,
hear
it's
from
because
you,
men, we don't know our worth. Do you know the amount of joy and pleasure you guys derive from us? Do you understand? So we deserve some form of, I don't know, put some respect on our name.
Your name?
Okay.
On our name.
Is it
Are
just
you
your
done,
name?
Ife? Ife, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, all right, Lakwe,
As you
because I
can see,
can't
this
wait.
This is all a big joke. Ife is laughing because he
Why-
knows
why
he
am I
can't
laughing?
take this
Look.
Well,
seriously.
he's very
I'm
serious.
dead serious.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yes, man. Like, if I have to do that to you, why is it that whenever you guys want sex, it's cool to just ask for it and you get it? Then sometimes I might just be like, and then you roll
Exactly. And
over
that's
and want
when
to
they-
sleep.
yeah.
Why? Come on, get up.
I can't
And then
relate.
you want
I
to
can't
sleep.
relate.
You can't
Blushing,
relate.
Lakwe.
I know,
Oh,
I
you're
can't
always-
relate to
you're
what
always
you're saying.
ready.
No, you idiot.
So I don't understand. Why can't you relate?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
No.
Lakwe, back to the story. Do you think this man has gone out of line? Do you
No, I
what
think
he's
this is.
having
I think this is purely comedic. I don't think it's.
No.
I don't think he's
no,
being serious.
It's not being
Are you
comedic.
joking?
I'm sure
He said,
this-
let
look,
her
look,
toast you.
look,
Ife,
look.
let's hear from Lakwe, because we gave you time. Let's give her time to hear
Okay.
what
And
she has
if
to
he's
say.
just trying to find a serious angle to this unserious comment, like,
Okay.
he's first of all,
The
he's
fact I feel insulted, she's calling it very unserious, that
It is.
I am a king and I deserve some respect
See what I
is
mean?
comedic. Like, are you
it
kidding
is.
me?
First of all, men.
Okay, let me really hear what Lakwe has to
First
say,
of
because
all, men generally don't refer to themselves. I mean, as kings.
As
like,
kings?
What,
Yeah.
really?
Wait.
Women
I'm,
refer to
I'm
themselves as
getting
queens.
on to something. Can I finish?
all right.
All I'm trying to say is that usually women are the ones that are like, oh yeah, I'm a queen,
Yeah.
I'm this, I'm that. Men don't really do that. So I feel like he's playing on that whole idea of women calling themselves queens, and then he's saying, oh yeah, they're kings, because women do that all the time. Now, I mean, just yesterday, the Ghanaian beauty pageant girl was like, oh,
You don't need a crown.
Margaret.
to be a queen. Like,
Yeah.
women say that queen thing a lot, right? So it's funny already that he's referring to men as kings. And this is why I said he's a joke, because he's taking what women would say and he's flipping it. So he's saying,
Around.
let her toast you. That's usually what girls say. Let him chase you and let him toast you and whatever. And then
Yes.
he's also saying that,
Take me on a proper date.
know the worth of your penis in this case, right? I'm allowed to say that, right?
Yeah, penis is allowed.
Know the worth of your penis. And it's another thing, women are told about to know their worth and so on and so forth. So for me, he's playing on the idea of what women complain about and he's flipping it on men. And it just sounds funny.
Ridiculous.
God,
It
do you know
sounds
you're the
funny.
only one that
Because
is
men
taking
are the
this-
ones that generally do the chasing. So why would I toast you because of sex?
No, that's not what he's saying. What this guy is trying to say is that, look, it's not every time that you want sex and you think it's cool that when, okay, let's
Saying
assume,
all these holy
let us
girls.
let us assume we're in a relationship, Every time I want sex, you have the right, and I'm supposed to understand when you don't want it. But when I want it...
Do you know why you're supposed to understand?
Why?
Because you're a man and I'm a woman.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a man and you're a woman.
Yeah, so generally,
Yeah.
highlighting the word
Yeah.
generally, your sexual urges are a lot more, generally. Underlining the word generally, right? Do you agree?
Yeah, true.
So which is why it takes a longer time to get... This is really graphic now. This is getting really
Okay, it takes a longer time for what?
You're
No,
giving him a
educate me.
lesson, 101.
Yeah, this is just, Anyway, it takes generally a longer time to kind of I'm being careful with my words here.
Yeah. I understand.
Convince the woman, not to. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But you know,
So which
sometimes,
is
in
why-
most cases, 90% of the time, you want what I want, but because you feel like, oh, I'm a queen, I don't want to give in so easily, I don't want to look cheap, so I'm going to
He does have a point there.
Yeah, no, he does. But,
Do you
no, but in
understand?
the
I'm
case
going
of,
to front. But this guy is saying, look, I can front too. I'm a man. So sometimes if you want it and I'm
that's
like,
okay.
oh, chill, babe.
That's okay.
I'm not in the
but
mood.
That's fine.
No, you get offended.
I'm not offended.
No, they get offended.
Okay, that's fine. He's okay. He's allowed to say that.
And then there's some women that
but he's
are
saying
sexual.
don't succumb to sexual advice.
Yes, all
It
the
sounds
time.
ridiculous. I'm
So,
sorry.
guys, how are we going to conclude on this? Should we
He said
take this
women
guy
are sexual.
seriously?
He said women are sexual predators.
Perverts.
That's not true.
That's so true.
What? All women are
Sexual
perverts?
Most
Predators.
women are sexual
No,
predators.
he said women are actually sexual predators that don't
Is it
in the
predators or
understand
sense that
perverts?
whenever they want sex, they
He said-
go
no, he
for
said-
it
he said-
and they take it.
Guys,
said-
we need to
he
be
said-
clear about what he said. Is
He
it
said
predators
women are
or
actually
perverts?
sexual predators.
No,
Okay.
there was one he said predators, and he said there was one he called women perverts.
Perverts.
Whichever
that
one
women
he
who
said.
want sex
If we look
whenever
at this,
they're honey,
if we look at
that
this,
think they're entitled to
he
it,
said
are perverts.
he also used the word consent. If we look at the statistics, right?
Yeah.
Men rape women more than women rape men.
True.
Really? Do you know
No,
there are
that's
times?
a fact.
Yeah.
Do you know
What
there are
do you mean?
times? Okay, well, okay, that's true.
True.
So
But there are
who's the
ti-
predator?
Look, but there are times.
Like,
but
who's
you know
the-
there are times that a guy wouldn't be in the mood, but because a woman wants it, you feel obliged to want to
But that's
please her.
on you though.
It's
That's
not on you
That's
because
on
that
you.
is what the
That's not on
that
the
is
woman.
what the society has
Exactly.
made us believe.
Society's
that
made
you
us-
need to satisfy your woman, and then we get scared. I might not be in
No,
the
but
mood,
that applies
but I
to
may
the
want to
women as
satisfy.
well.
Can I just make a point?
I may
just
want
to
to
conclude?
satisfy you
Wait, hang
so
on,
that
hang
you
on.
don't go out there.
True, yeah, that's fine. Can I just make a point just to conclude? And I'm trying to make a general point now.
Yeah.
Sorry to be annoying. I know this is going to annoy you because I'm going to bring feminism into it. But this is what I mean by men pick and choose when they want to be like, women are stronger, men are stronger. Because if I said to you, right, naturally, you just said society makes us feel that women are a certain way and men are a certain way. Now, society also tells us that women are, in certain cultures, are subservient to men and like women are the weaker character. So if I decide that I want to do something that you want to do and I want to be stronger than you, because society said the opposite, you obviously, that unsettles you a bit.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Yes
Yeah,
or no?
yeah.
Exactly. So now in this case, I don't also agree with him because I feel like he's doing the same. Then you're now choosing to say that you know that you're the sexual predator. Like, you know, don't argue it. Like, you.
I know I'm a sexual.
No,
predator.
not you, men in
Men,
general.
generally.
Men tend to do the chasing, so therefore they're the predators.
Yeah,
they're the
okay,
hunters,
I
like even in
agree.
the animal kingdom, right?
Yeah.
So now, why is it that you're now trying to find an argument to defend what he's
But
saying?
these days, I've seen
There's
women.
nothing to back up what you're saying.
No, I've seen women.
You've seen
that
an
these-
increase, doesn't mean there's more of them. He's making it sound like all women are sexual. That's what he said. He
Well,
said
maybe
that
the guy is
problem
speaking
I
from
have, all
experience.
these generalizations.
And he's
without
saying
any-
No, but
consent.
this guy is speaking from experience, obviously.
Yeah, but that's
if you
his
look at
personal
that's his
experience. You
personal
can't
experience. You
generalize
can't-
it.
And even if you look at the actual act of sex, right? Women are the ones accepting and receiving something. So technically, I have to consent, right? Not you. So,
Okay.
but you.
No, I'm not going to agree to that because what you mean
guys,
you're the one
we need to-
receiving? I'm the
this
one
is-
giving to, you're
Yeah.
receiving.
Guys,
so who's
this is
giving
one
the
of those
consent?
arguments that we're going to
What?
have after the show.
Yeah.
Yes, because we can't carry it on.
And it's
Yeah.
just too
That
early.
just made a
Just too
wild
early.
I
statement.
didn't.
You just made a very wild statement.
No, I didn't.
No, we are both entitled
Oh
to
my
consent.
days.
True, but
All
Yeah,
right then.
so why are you saying it's only women that are allowed to give
It's fine,
consent?
it's fine. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about. We have to talk about it later.
With my
because
consent.
It's time for a quick break. When we come back, it'll be some more entertainment stories. Don't go anywhere.
Could you please sign your autograph? Sorry, your signature.
My search is over, all I have ever wanted, I found in you. Everything that I need, I find it all here. Delivered with love to me, that's why I trust you totally. 'Cause happiness has set me free. I am happy, I found happiness. My heart beats to the beat of my conga. I've searched and found what makes me happy.
Konga.com, Nigeria's largest online mall.
Welcome back. It's tea time, and we're about to discuss our final stories for this morning. Olajumoke Orishogunna covers today's women's magazine in South Africa. Okay, very interesting.
I'm
A
so
Nigerian.
happy. By the way,
Yes.
just going back to the Kylie Jenner thing, this woman is what you call self-made.
Self-made.
FYI.
Well, self-made by accident.
By
yeah, it's a
accident.
coincidence. Yeah, but no, yeah, that's true. But then she's been able to consistently make something of herself. You know, she's
She's wanted at the moment. She's on high demand.
That's what I'm saying. That's not just. It was.
She has
I mean, it
actually
could have been
made
an
herself,
accident, and
yeah.
it could have ended there.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Look, in her case, I'm not even going to call it self-made because everybody wanted her after that story. So there was no way she wasn't going to be successful unless she didn't want to be in the spotlight. But as long as she wanted to be
No,
in the
this woman
spotlight,
makes an effort.
it was inevitable.
If don't say that, this woman makes a consistent effort to make herself relevant. She has a YouTube channel. She's gone to go into English
Oh,
classes.
so you think
She's
she
gone
did all that?
She's got her own bread.
And illiterate did all that by herself. Come on, let's be
No, but
realistic.
you're saying what I'm saying. I'm saying she put herself out there. She put in the
No,
work.
she had a team.
She could have been intimidated by the pressuring her to learn English.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is for her? She didn't understand one word of English. She has her own YouTube channel that she does voluntarily to create an audience. It's not just the industry that like
She does
the
those
general.
December yacht party.
Yeah.
Every
York.
December.
Yeah. And she
York.
also.
New York.
And she also like puts herself out there. She consistently like comments on social like issues that she's not just limiting herself, you know, she's actually putting herself out there. That's what you call self-made. I'm sorry.
Trust me.
So if you don't agree
she's
that
getting
she's
it all
self-made.
wrong. What self-made is? Self-made is me
It's
looking.
so self-explanatory.
Is
I
me
mean,
I'm
looking.
like, seriously?
Self-made is me looking for the opportunity, me going for it, me setting goals, and me achieving
Are you
those
saying she
goals.
hasn't done
No,
all of that?
no, that's
How did
self-made.
Kylie Jenner look?
Relax.
For the opportunity?
Let's leave Kylie
If they
Jenner.
didn't present it
Let's leave
itself.
Kylie Jenner.
No,
out
no,
of
let's
it.
not.
Okay.
Now we're talking
Yeah.
about this Olajumoke woman.
Yeah.
She was a bread seller. She was walking by. She photobombed Tiny Temper's photo shoot.
Yeah.
And she looked good in the picture. T.Y. Bello went after her. After T.Y. Bello put her on the cover of These Day Times.
Yeah, we know.
After that, she started getting a lot of what's it called? Recognition
Yeah.
or moment. She started.
But can I tell you why she's self-made? Because the public,
Relax.
the general public
Please
liked
wait.
her story.
Please wait.
All right, like,
Please
let's hear
wait.
him land.
Now, this is a woman that she didn't have to lift a finger. Everybody wanted her. They wanted her on the cover. People were going to her, let me be your manager. Let me be your PR person. Let me be this. Everybody wanted to work for this girl. So she had a team around her. Do you know how long it takes to create a team for your brand? Now, she became an instant brand the moment T.Y. Bello got her.
Let me ask you, did she select her team or she didn't select
No,
her
she
team?
didn't select her team.
No,
She
but
only
everyone-
went for offers.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
took
but-
offers.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
but she
if-
made
I'm
the
telling you
final
this from an
decision.
inside circle.
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying-
telling you
that's
from.
fine.
Maybe
If-
you're looking from the outside.
Everything
What I'm
that you're
saying
saying is sorry, talking
Okay.
about. I'll let you finish. But everything you're saying is correct. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the part in which she made herself is the choice that she made to put herself out there. Number one, an illiterate is usually intimidated by all of this. She wasn't.
Yes.
Her husband had to then, you know, kind of step back, and people were coming for her. She wasn't getting as much recognition as you think she was. People were coming for her like, oh, all of a sudden her husband's walking behind her. He's the one that's carrying the child all of a sudden, and blah, blah, blah.
Of course there will be
Hold on,
controversies.
apart from the makeup and the modeling, this woman has her own business now. She's turned that bread, the selling
She
of
owned a
bread, into a
bakery.
bakery. She's employed other people like her. Don't get it twisted. There's a business element to this. She's also doing social stuff. She's doing YouTube videos. She's learning how to speak the English language. That's all part of building her brand. That she's a decision that she's chosen to make
All right,
herself.
Lakwe, let
She
me-
could have got interpreters.
All
Okay.
I'm saying is that this woman had people that were giving her the ideas. Yes, I'm not
Wait,
undermining
you're saying-
Her hard work.
Her hard work.
Thank you. That's what
all
I
I'm
mean.
saying is that look, all these things came. If we are going to say Kylie Jenner is not self-made, if we are going to say Davido
guys,
is
let's-
not self-made, then I don't think it's correct for us to call Olajumoke self-made because she
All
had
right,
everything
guys.
handed over to
I
her.
think this is going to be one of those arguments that we're going to continue after the show once again because we really need to move on onto our
piling
final
up.
story. Yes, because this final story is from all the way from South Africa. Legendary actor Winston Nshona dies at the age of 77. Well, everyone is saying 77, but technically speaking, I think he was actually 76.
Yeah. I
Yes.
think he was turning 77 this year.
This year in October. So since it's not yet October, he's still 76.
He's
All right.
77, guys. Come on. As in those few months, why would you guys just want to take it away? This man died at the age of 77.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, not technically,
Technically,
but okay.
we're talking
So
technically
why do we
here.
need to talk tech? Why can't you guys just give him those few months? October,
Well, just because
August,
he's
September,
dead.
October,
How
2
does
months.
this sound? He died before his 77th birthday. Does that
Is
make
that
you
not
feel
better?
No, it died when he was 77.
He had a-
Everybody wants to live long.
But he
Exactly.
did-
The longer you live,
All right,
the better.
fair. Okay, fine.
Let's not start
He
another
died at
argument. Let's talk
77.
about him,
Great
please.
stuff. Thank you very much, lady.
But this was a legendary
Lady
test.
and gentleman, thank you.
No worries, anytime.
right.
This was, a very, very legendary thespian in South Africa.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them, actually. Who was the other one that died earlier this year? Oh, I can't remember. The jazz.
Okay, the
Jazz
jazz
guy,
guy.
yeah. I can't
for the
remember
life
the
of-
South
remember his
African
name.
name. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either, but he's really, really prominent, and it's sad. It's a sad loss, and I think actually in South African and East African culture, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I think it's usually they don't in Nigeria when someone's older, you tend to celebrate their life a lot more.
Yeah.
But they will still mourn his life. Similarly as to when like Winnie Mandela died, it was like a national outcry and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I think in his case, people are a lot more sad, and because they've lost somebody, even though he wasn't still actively in
in the
theatre
entertainment
world
yeah.
anymore, it's still a huge loss.
True.
And he's also really close to the political side of things in South
As
Africa,
well.
the ANC in
Right.
some way. I'm not sure
Okay.
who exactly. One of the really prominent
Political
apartheid
parties.
leaders and stuff like that.
Okay.
But no, it's sad that he's died. I'm happy that he didn't die when he was younger, and he's contributed a lot, and a lot of people
Yeah.
remember his legacy. So
Do you guys remember Cesar Bansi's
Since
death?
with Bansi, I was like,
That's the
that
guy.
was, yeah, that was quite sad as well. But yeah, I mean,
All right.
may his soul rest in peace.
peace.
Really.
Yeah, Ife, your take. Anything
May
you
so
wanna
rest
say?
in peace. He was a legend, like the highlight said. So yes, rest in peace. And
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Like, how do you think South Africans are reacting to this?
They're definitely sad. I mean, I had a quick look on social media. A lot of people have poured in, like,
Exactly.
shared their sadness and
Yes.
said all the contributions,
tributes as
yeah,
well.
and everything that he's done for the industry. And obviously, I think they'll mourn his loss. And yeah, I think eventually, they'll move on. Probably, I expect a lot more like. Things done in his honour.
I was going to say that,
Yeah, a lot of things done.
if
And South Africans are good at that. They're good at
Exactly.
commemorating people. I mean, Nelson Mandela is a perfect
Yeah,
example. Winnie
yeah.
Mandela, the airport has been named after her now, and so on and so forth. So I think in his case,
They'll do
there'll
something.
there'll be a lot of, and they're quite an entertainment-focused country anyway.
Country,
So
true.
Yeah.
it'll be quite interesting to see
Okay.
what they do in his honour after
Okay.
this. so.
Ife, do you want to say anything else before we round up? Because
Well, that's it. I think Lakwe pretty much covered everything.
Everything.
So rest in peace.
yeah, I think we're all in agreement with that. Rest in peace indeed. And with that, we come to the end of Tea Time. Join us this afternoon for another episode of the program. But before then, a big thank you to my co-anchors, the production team, and our stylist, courtesy of Kudi Empire. Until next time, I'm Jakumbo Taiwo, and I bid you good morning.